most exciting part though is coming out with a win. You know, just keeping the momentum going. We got big plans for the rest of the season, and just kind of take one game out at a time. There's no better feeling than coming out with a win.
When did you know that you were going to be back for this game? Is this earlier than expected in your recovery, or kind of
I heard a few different things. I think this was a little later than I expected in my head. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't change it. I'm grateful for it. I knew after the Purdue game that I was going to be back this week, so it was just kind of switching my mindset to back to playing. We got to just lock in and take care of our stuff.
It's okay, Aston. Just this was an opener. What led to what happened with the injury, or just what was the prognosis initially?
Right away we knew it was wrong. So I ended up breaking my fibula. It was, you know, part of the game. It is what it is. It happens. It's destined to happen at some point if you play the game long enough. So it is what it is, and I'm just happy to be back now.
What do you think you add to the second game? Obviously, they use you in a lot of different ways through safeties and play the box. What do you think is your value to the script now?
I think just energy. You know, we pride ourselves on making a lot of plays and being very energetic. And you know, when I was hurt, that's what my focus was just bringing the energy to the guys day in and day out, keeping them confident. So that's kind of going to still be my focus, is just keep these guys going every single day.
Hunter, on your interception, there were some times today where you were playing close to the line, and other times not. On your interception, was that one of the plays you were playing close to the line and you kind of dropped back, and just take us through that play?
Yeah. So we had a special package this week to counter one of their personnels, so that, you know, it gave me the opportunity to go play down on the edge at outside backer. So it was a blessing to be able to, you know, play that spot. It was fun. It's something that I've never done before, being up close, being right next to all the action. And thank you to Coach Leonard for getting me ready, putting me in those positions, and I'm just grateful.
With that package in particular, it looked like you were lining up like off the edge, like almost like a pseudo outside linebacker. Was that how you define it, or how would you define that role where you were closer up there?
Yeah, I mean, I took the responsibility of the outside backer spot, so I just had to, you know, do what I needed to do to let the other guys win. I had to take care of my job and let the other guys go eat.
You kind of mentioned the Purdue game. Was that a game you thought maybe you would have been back, or did you think the way you were feeling you could have been back even before then?
You know, it's when you're hurt, it's always tough. It's always, you know, wondering when you're going to be back playing, when you're going to be back on the field, and you always hope it's earlier. But I'm glad we played it safe and took this long, because you don't want to have that linger for the rest of the year, potentially further. So I'm glad we took the time that we did, and now it's coming in today. I felt really good, felt solid. So we just got to kind of stay on top of things.
You've returned from your injury, Alex as well, a couple other guys in the secondary. They're banged up, but they're back now. What are you expecting from this group down the stretch of the season now that you got everybody pretty much healthy?
Yeah, I have high expectations. We have a really talented group, so I have really high expectations that we can do a lot of things that are special. You know, we started the year not great, obviously, as everyone knows, but you know, this final run is kind of what we hang our hat on. So we just got to go out there, take it week by week, and dominate.
Going off of that too, what kind of momentum do you think this gives you with 2 road games coming up?
You know, it's huge momentum. You know, these last 2, 3, 4 games, I think we've played some really good ball. The energy's there. You can tell that guys love playing with each other, love playing for each other. So the momentum this gives us is huge. You know, there's a lot of confidence, and now we go in and attack the next week.
How were you able to keep your quarterback off balance as much as he was? Generally been one of the more accurate guys in the country. I know the weather had an impact, but
yeah, I mean the conditions definitely played in our favor, kind of taking them out of their game. But that was all the linebackers and the D-line, you know, keeping them contained. They did amazing job, you know, stopping him, taking him out of his element. So hats off to them for doing their job at a really high level.
okay, ask you just what was the rehab for you? What was the step-by-step process to get you back to getting playing fully today?
Yeah, it was, like I mentioned earlier, it was long. It was kind of just take it day by day. It was go off how it feels. I would have x-rays every 2 weeks or so just to kind of check up on it, make sure everything was coming back, healing the right way. But it was, like I said, it was just take it day by day. Go off of how I feel, not really set a timetable, but just do, your body tells you. You're going to know when you're ready. Your body's going to tell you. And that's kind of the mentality that we went with.
Did you initially fear that your season might have been over after that, or was that not a concern for you?
I don't think it was necessarily a concern. I knew something was wrong, but after the x-rays, talking to the doctors, I was optimistic that I'd be able to come back this season. So it's a blessing to be back for sure.
Just kind of broken fibula, you said it was?
Yes, sir.
How many weeks were you off your feet after that?
I don't think I was able to walk around for 3 or 4 weeks, I want to say.
How long does it take when your body, like, you're feeling healthy, like, okay, the bone's healed, but how many weeks does it take for you to get back into, like, game mode, game shape, etc.?
I think the conditioning aspect was the hardest part. You don't realize it, but it goes away a lot quicker than you think. So that was the biggest thing, was just biking with the strength staff, running, just getting my wind back, getting my legs back underneath me. That's definitely the hardest part, I would say.
Just mentally, how did you kind of stay, in tune with the game plan and with the guys so you could play it out?
Yeah, that was the biggest goal when I got hurt. Just because you see guys when they get hurt, you hear about it, you almost feel detached a little bit. So that was the focus, was just making sure I could stay around the guys every day, making sure I was in meetings, at practice, and it was almost a blessing. It was a blessing being able to just really have those one-on-one conversations with guys that when you're playing, you're worried about taking care of what you need to do, and when you're hurt, it's a whole different mentality. So being able to be out at practice and just have those one-on-one conversations, and really, I feel like I definitely grew a lot closer with the boys on this team, and I'm grateful for it.
Lighthearted question: what are your thoughts on those alternate jerseys for the men's and women's basketball teams? And are you hoping football can get some of those too down the road?
Oh yeah, I think they're sweet, and I would love for us to get some alternates. I think maybe a blackout would be sweet. So that optimistically speaking.
When it comes to Nick Herbert, just when he's healthy too, just what presence does he have?
Everyone feels it. The crowd feels it. People watching at home feel it. He has a presence to him that just it's different. He knows that he's a good player, and he knows that he's going to come out and play on Saturdays. But not only on the field but off the field, he's a leader for this team. He's a captain for a reason. He's the voice that everyone listens to when he talks. And so having a guy like him is great when the chips are down, because he picks you up. He knows what we got to do to take care of ourselves and ultimately win.
Hunter, you were making plays in the box and in the back end today. Do you see yourself as a kind of safety that can offer both, be that center fielding free safety, but also a thumper in the run game?
Yeah, I mean, I love to do both. I have no preference. Honestly, it's wherever coach puts me, that's where I'm going to play. And whatever this team needs to win is what I'm going to do.
Got it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.